Raj, check, mic test. Check.
Hello. Dear students, we will be going to start our section very soon. Please settle down. dear students, teachers, and all other guests, a very good morning to one and all. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the live interactive lecture section on the final day of Human Spaceflight Expo 2022, conducted by Human Spaceflight Center as part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. I must congratulate and appreciate each one of you to come together in this Sunday morning, as today's session is going to be very exciting, and I'm sure that it will ignite your minds and kindle your curiosity. It is rightly said that experience is the best teacher, and today's speaker is a darn science communicator. After doing his graduation in physics, chemistry, and mathematics, he has obtained his master's in communication and journalism and further PhD from Mysore University. Apart from proficiency certificate in subject Principles of Flight Aeronautics, he has contributed to more than 25 Indian satellite missions, including as publicity manager during the historic moment of Chandrayaan-1 and Mars Orbiter mission. After a long career of 37 years, in May 2020, he has superannuated as Associate Director, Office of Media and Public Relations, ISRO HQ. He is a gifted communicator and is a member of panel on space education for young people. Written 12 books on astronomy and space and more than 500 articles in science, in newspaper, magazine, and newsletters, both in English and Kannada. In his long career, he has delivered innumerous lectures on science topics in various institutes, and he has broadcasted hundreds of science-related programs on Doordarshan, All India Radio, Gyanvani, and all other online and offline medias. Presently, he is serving as adjunct faculty member at National Institute of Advanced Science and is an editorial member of Journal of Aerospace Science and Technologies. Dear all, put your hands together to welcome Dr. B.R. Guruprasad. May I now request Srimati Smita Chandran to hand over the sapling as a welcome gesture. Students may please note that this is an interactive section, and we request you to maintain silence due to the section, and we expect your active interaction with the eminent speaker on the dais. And please reserve all your questions till the end of the session. Thank you.
Hello. Am I audible properly? Very nice. So, on a Sunday morning, let me say good morning to all of you. Nice. You are all so enthusiastic. After all, you have come to see something which is very exciting. Human space flight. Yes, it is inherently exciting. Okay, before I start my talk, let me thank Chairman ISRO, Director of Human Space Flight Center, and especially Mr. Bialy, who is the Group Director of Management Information Systems, who was instrumental in inviting me here, and his team. And of course, for this lecture, we have the Director of Planetarium, Shri Pramod Galgali. I thank him for coming. Thanks to all of you. So let me start the talk. Oh, okay, even. Without even showing you the caption of my talk, I am showing something here. Why? Is there any significance? Very much. 53 years back on this day, July 24th, 1969, this spacecraft called Apollo 11, okay, to be more precise, the command module called Columbia, carrying Neil Armstrong, Edwin Aldrin, and Michael Collins, who were coming back on a historic journey from the moon back to the Mother Earth. It re-entered the Earth's atmosphere at 10:05 p.m. Indian Standard Time, exactly 53 years to this day. 10:05 p.m. Still that time has not come. Okay. It re-entered the atmosphere at what speed or velocity now? 40,000 kilometers per hour. That is the escape velocity of the Earth. Look at that. So, Neil Armstrong, Edwin Aldrin and Michael Collins were sitting there, and as it re-entered the Earth's atmosphere at 40,000 kilometers per hour, it got decelerated. Yes, due to friction with the Earth's atmosphere. Then, the thing is, the lower portion of this spacecraft started glowing at a temperature of 3,000 degrees centigrade. But inside, they were very comfortable, 40. Something like that, room temperature. Nothing happened to them. All of them re-entered. And around 10:05 p.m., according to Indian Standard Time, July 24th, 1969, re-entered. Okay, 10:14, the parachutes deployed. 3 parachutes you can see. They got deployed. They further got decelerated. And finally, at 10:21 p.m., Indian Standard Time, they splashed down without a hitch in the Pacific Ocean, in fact. Thus ended the first human odyssey to the lunar surface. Exactly 53 years back. What a day. How fortunate I am to talk to you people. And they are so, really, I must thank them for inviting me on this special day. That's why I have not even started my talk. I thought I would tell you about this incident. It is highly coincidental. Okay, 53 years back. Now let me come to the topic of my talk. Very quickly I'll go through because so much is there. Human spaceflight is so vast. 6 decades of human spaceflight. Then again after 60 years of exciting exploration. Why? These 6 decades is nothing but 60 years. 60 years are very, very exciting as far as human spaceflight is concerned. Ladies and gentlemen and students, let us go on a journey of knowing something about human spaceflight, taking a brief overview. Now, from time immemorial, humans have looked at the night sky first with fear, then they started appreciating really what a beautiful thing it is, night sky. Of course, thanks to city lights and TV programs, we don't watch at the night sky, in fact, today. But those were different times, and look at that. Umpteen number of stars are there. Planets like dots of light slowly moving once they were there. Sometimes comets used to appear. Sun and moon, everything. Humans started thinking, how do I fit in? How do I fit in all these things? What is my purpose here? What is there in those stars, in those planets, in dots of light called planets? On the sun, on the moon. They started wondering, compared to any other forms of life, humans are exploratory in nature. It is in their psyche. It is in their blood. Okay? We have to explore. So, it seems all of you have heard about Sir Edmund Hillary, okay, who was the first to scale the Mount Everest along with Tenzing Norgay. Somebody asked him, why did you climb Mount Everest? Then he replied, it's because it is there. So that is the urge to explore as far as humans are concerned. Look at that. Many of you have seen this. Tintin. Okay? Even Tintin went to moon much before humans really went to moon. Okay? Okay. But humans had this dream of traveling to space, to traveling to the other planets, traveling to moon, etc. But aspiration is one thing, capability is the other thing. Unless you have a means to travel to space and to just go there and drift wherever you want, you need to have a machine capable of doing that. That is, as far as our knowledge is concerned, only one, rocket. Unless rockets were built, this was not possible. On October 4th, 1957, a huge rocket was launched from the Soviet Union, former Soviet Union, and it pushed a metallic sphere which weighed 84 kilograms with sufficient speed so that it started circling the Earth. That was the very first artificial satellite of the Earth. That was the time when space age began. Then, within 4 years, I would request you in the next slide, please play the video. Yeah, look at that, this huge rocket on April 12, 1961. You have to put audio also. Audio. See? Look at that. This was the huge rocket that lifted off from whatever we say. Okay, enough. Baikonur, whatever we say, Baikonur Cosmodrome, which is in a country called Kazakhstan today. On board was a human being by name Yuri Gagarin, Yuri Alexeyevich Gagarin. Okay, he became the first man to go to space. That is what? First man to go to space. And next slide. Yeah, he is Yuri Gagarin, a citizen of the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. That country is not there today. But anyway, he went to space. That is, he went outside the Earth's atmosphere, started circling the Earth, circled once in 108 minutes. And came back safely. Circled the entire Earth in 108 minutes, 1 hour 48 minutes, that's all. But coincidentally, ladies and gentlemen, there is one more anniversary which is coming, which is the 500th anniversary of the circumnavigation of the globe by Ferdinand Magellan, okay, or Magellan, that is the way we pronounce in India. Ferdinand Magellan in 1522. AD, exactly 500 years back, a ship which originally started under his command circled the Earth and it came back. How much time it took? 3 years. How much time Yuri Gagarin took? 108 minutes. That's all. That is the speed which is essential to go to space. Now look at that. What is this space after all? Space means different things to different people. A physicist may think of something, a cosmologist can think of something, a philosopher will say something else, a religious person will say something else. Space, okay, for common understanding, space is the region which is outside the Earth's atmosphere. Then where does the space begin? Is there any demarcation like India-Pakistan border? No, there is nothing like that. The density of the air as you go higher and higher goes on decreasing at a point, okay, it's so thin, it merges gradually into space. But where is that point? You can't find it out easily. But arbitrarily, by international agreement, at a height of 100 kilometers, you can think of the beginning of space. My dear gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, the space is a horrible place, let me tell you. Because space environment is not like the environment, shirt sleeve environment in which we are having. We have today. There is no air in space. Okay, nothing is there to breathe. One thing is, if you go like this in a shirt and pant and stand in space, your blood will boil in the blood vessel, pluck, 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 like that it will boil. Then all the fluids in your lungs will come out once for all, because there is no atmospheric pressure there. It is not possible. Then temperature, even if you are very near to Earth, also on the sun side, that is day side, your temperature will be plus 100 degrees centigrade. Look at that, this astronaut. He is having a space suit, and anyway he is working very well there in the International Space Station, okay? But his temperature is more than 100 degrees centigrade. If you go to the night side of the Earth, that is in the United States now, night, the temperature in space plummets to minus 100 degrees centigrade. No air, and you have plenty of harmful electromagnetic radiations like X-rays, gamma rays, cosmic rays, ultraviolet rays and all those things. In addition to that, you have harmful subatomic particles like electrons, protons and such things. Want to go there? It's not easy. But are humans deterred by that? Are they scared of it? No. Exploratory zeal is there in the human psyche. It is very well imprinted. Okay? Now, you play this video. So despite all these dangers, humans are traveling to space in rockets like this, even today.
We see booster ignition
Engines at maximum thrust.
and liftoff. Soyuz MS-18 on its way to the International Space Station.
Look at that, the way in which the rocket accelerates, in fact. This is the way Russians launch.
Now everything is good on board.
Look at that, 32 engines are
First
firing.
stage delivering 930,000 pounds of thrust from those 4 first-stage boosters and the single core engine.
Okay, I can go on showing like this, but let us stop there. I just want to show you how thrilling it is to go to space. Now let us go to the next slide. Next one. Okay. Humans anyway, they wanted to go to space. They were waiting for an opportunity. They built the rockets, but did they just rush in to go to space? No. They knew very well it is not easy to live in space. First of all, they were not sure whether humans could live in space. That is why they first actually launched their animal friends. This was dog Laika, which was launched by the Soviet Union in 1957 November. That the satellite which carried Laika dog was the second satellite of the Earth. Look at that. Americans were still cleverer. They launched a lot of chimpanzees, monkeys into space. This is called Ham the chimp. See, this is much, much nearer to human being compared to a dog, to a certain extent. So first, these animals, willingly or unwillingly, they were launched into space, and then human beings got launched. That is, Yuri Gagarin got launched. Yuri Gagarin was the first man in space, a citizen of the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. And the first woman in 1963, she went to space. Her name is Valentina Tereshkova. Okay? She was also a Russian, Soviet citizen. And later, in about 2 years, humans could able to come out of their spacecraft and walk in space. Walk is not the correct word, because here on this dash, I'm walking. Thanks to the dash. In space, there is nothing to walk. So, the first man to float in space outside his spacecraft was Alexei Leonov, who was a Russian again. This could not be tolerated by the United States, which was a close competitor to the Soviet Union in those days. They were fighting in the arena of space like Olympic sprinters. Okay? They fought in space. So, Americans, within 3 weeks of the launch of Yuri Gagarin, they launched one of their first astronaut, Alan Shepard, into space. Unlike Yuri Gagarin, he did not circle space. He went to space, touched the space, and came back. Anyway, at that time, John F. Kennedy was the president of the United States. He said, no, he could not tolerate Soviet Union overtaking the United States. Then he made a speech in which he said, I believe that this nation must commit itself of achieving the goal before this decade is out of landing a man on the moon and bringing him safely back to Earth. That is the challenge he gave to the country. Thanks to that challenge, Americans built one more spacecraft capable of carrying 2 human beings. Mercury spacecraft, in which Alan Shepard went, was a very small spacecraft. One person could sit. And in Gemini, Americans could able to send 2 astronauts into space. Then, Soviet Union did not sit quietly. It developed a spacecraft called Soyuz. Okay, Soyuz means union in Russian, capable of taking 3 people into space. 3 people into space. But they wanted to send this spacecraft into an orbit around the moon, but they didn't succeed in that. Okay? But anyway, on July 21st, 1969, as per Indian Standard Time, 8:29 a.m., Neil Armstrong set his left foot on the moon. He was the first man to do so in the history of mankind, and uttered the famous words, that's one small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind. Those were the historic words. That's the way. Again, Americans, they won the moon race, and Soviet Union was defeated. And They were very happy to have been beaten Soviet Union. And 12 people have walked on the moon even till now. 12 people, all of them are Apollo astronauts. If somebody says they have not landed on the moon, it is studio setup. Don't believe such rubbish. 12 people have definitely walked on the moon. They are the representatives of humanity, not United States only. They are the representatives of humanity. Believe in science and technology. Then, Soviet Union, after being defeated in the moon race, it started launching huge spacecraft, bigger spacecraft called space stations. What is a space station? A space station is nothing but a large spacecraft capable of holding 3, 4, 5 astronauts or cosmonauts, whatever you call, gaganauts, vyomanauts, whatever it is. This space station will actually, this space station actually will facilitate their stay in space for weeks or months or years at a time. At the same time, it will provide facilities for doing research in space. So Soviet Union launched the world's first space station called Salyut 1, 10 years into Gagarin's flight. Salute means saluting Yuri Gagarin. That was the meaning of it. And they started launching bigger and bigger space stations, and they launched one space station called Salyut 7 in 1982, to which the only Indian to have gone to space, circled the Earth in orbit and come back safely, Commander Rakesh Sharma. He visited Salyut 7 space station. Rakesh Sharma ji is coming in the afternoon today. 1984, almost 38 years back he went to space. And you must listen to him. And Rakesh Sharma was there in Salyut 7 space station. He circled the Earth for about a week, did yoga in space, enjoyed samosas, which he had carried, enjoyed mangoes,